Okay, what we've got here is the Admore LED rear light from Admore Lighting Inc. It's a company out of Calgary, Alberta, Canada. And you can see their website and check out their products at, I think it's admorelighting.com. But this is an unboxing. Yeah, that's cool, bud. This is an unboxing of their LED taillight, flashing taillight, and scanning signal. So, we have instructions, warranty card. This comes with Posi Tap connectors, which if you've ever used, they are pretty cool. And here's some programming instructions because it has a couple of different modes. Here's the light. It looks a little bit different than I pictured. I didn't picture this smoky, not smoky, but kind of foggy color lens. Continuing on, we've got mounting hardware. On this side, we've got the mounting bracket, which is interesting. Mine appears to be used because there's signs that the powder coat has been disturbed on this particular bracket, which gives me a little cause for concern. And here is some Posi taps, and that's it. I should note that this particular light is for the I guess about 04, 05 bikes. My bike is a 2001 F650 Dakar. And apparently the newer systems that use a CAN bus electrical system, they have a different light for, so it's a different model. But because of that, you can get this current one model on sale. And I'm trying to find you a model number here. Oh, here we go. Now we're going to install this on the back side of my bike. In this area. Okay, first we'll remove on my particular bike the license plate. You helping me, bud? I didn't even see you back here. Okay, watch out, baby. Come over here and work on this side over here, okay? Alright, we're going to first remove the license plate. You'll need a backup wrench on the back, and this is a Torx 25 and an 8mm nut on the back. But our light is actually going to mount in this location right here. So we just have to figure out the best way to run the wiring. And but that's where I think I'm going to put it. I can use some type of epoxy and just hard mount it right there, or I can use this block and the existing screws that the reflector on the stock bike, a reflector mounts right there. Okay, now that we got our holes sized out here, we know where we're going to actually mount the light. Let's look at the instructions. You got your clamp, bud? Alright, so I've lengthened the ground wire here so it will stretch across the poles. And we're going to test using a 12-volt car battery. It's actually a Deca deep cycle battery that I've got for a solar array that I'm building, but it's been charged. And it says to test, all wires should illuminate dim with no modulation if we touch the red and blue wires to the positive side of the battery and the black to the ground. So let's test that out real quick. Now we'll touch the purple and the red to positive, the black to ground, and this should give us bright with modulation. Put these together. That's pretty cool. Okay, so it seems everything tested out the way it's supposed to, and now we know we're good to go before we run all this wiring. Okay, I thought I would just show you real quick where this wire runs in at on the F650. If you look right here in this crack, there's a access point right by the rear right side of the tail light, and you can look in through here and just see daylight, and you can pass the wire right through here. Okay, I decided to go ahead and drill through my plastic yet another time and run my wire through this hole, and I'm going to let it follow this stock wiring right here all the way down to where you see those wires stripped under the seat. Okay, on the F650, the brown wire is ground. The gray and black wire, as you can see right here, is tail. The green and red wire is your brake. The blue and black wire is your left turn signal, and the red and blue wire, or the blue and red wire I should say, is your right turn signal. Okay, as you can see, I went ahead and marked on my wiring diagram, just to be certain, the BMW F650 corresponding wires to the 6-wire light setup that Admore Lighting sends you. Admore sends you these really nifty posi tabs, which will save you this whole step if you want to use it. I like to save these and throw them in my kit that's in my bike, and that way if I have a wire break on me while I'm on a long trip, or you know, a long camping trip off-road somewhere where there's not any places to buy supplies, I can just use one of those posi tabs real quick. But here I'm going to solder everything together because I've got the means to do it. Okay, that's one down and 5 to go. Okay. 6 wires into 5 wires. I've got this flex pipe, and I'm just going to slide it over the bundle of wires where I soldered everything together, and the Admore Lighting wire as well as the stock factory wire, everything together Alright, I got that over there just like so. We'll cut the extra portions off here. And then what I'll do is I'll take my electrical tape and just tape the ends of it so it doesn't slide around, and maybe a piece in the middle just for good measure. Alright, I'm going to go around to the back now and show you what it looks like. Okay, so there's the finished product install. Okay, there's the light. As you can see right there, I used the bracket. The bracket uses 2 screws on either end with lock nuts, and they slide into a groove, allowing you to use simply just a screwdriver to tighten it up and not have to hold back up. As you can see, we're using the bracket. You can loosen up each of these screws here, and you can twist the light a little bit to get direct contact with the eyes of drivers on the back if you've got it mounted at an awkward position. Again, my wiring comes in through the rear tool compartment. The wire runs down along the factory wiring harness, and then I spliced into that rear taillight signal wire harness from the factory right here. That right there is basically a simple wiring of the Admore lighting LED, rear LED tail light, and scanning turn signal. My overall impression so far, having just installed it, was really straightforward and could be done simply on just about any bike. So far everything has worked just as advertised during the testing. The wiring, the instructions were easy to follow. Again, my bracket looked like it had been used before on another install. But that doesn't really affect anything in terms of usability or hopefully warranty or anything. This is the setup for the pre-CAN bus bikes. Again, mine's a 2001. They're currently on sale about 20 bucks off normal price at Admore Lighting. I paid $97. They shipped it right out immediately. It took about 5-6 days to get through customs and then down to Texas. And tracking, they sent me a tracking number just as advertised, and everything was pretty seamless. So if you have any questions, please let me know, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks again.